Hey everybody, Big Fan Plus here. Welcome back to the BygMan Plays Planescape Torment, requested by Bormac. Yes, I'm a little tired today. It's been a long day. When we last left off, we found out that in a past life we were a sensei, and also the nameless one was a jerk. Anyway, now we're going to talk to Brand. This old woman examined you closely with her sharp gray eyes. First your face, then your arms and various tattoos. Greetings, Sacred One. Come to... Oh, sorry. Greetings, Scarred One. I always mix those two words up. Come to speak with Brand, have ye? Come to have your fortune told, mayhap, for a paltry 5 coins? Sure. Elvin places your coins in her belt pouch, takes your hand, quietly studies your palms, frowning deeply. At long last, she speaks. Some rare folk are what's called fateless, you see. They wander through their lives doing as they see fit, creating their own destinies. You have no fortune to tell, Scott, one, none at all. I've none to tell you, and so here is your coin. She returns you 5 coins. Coppers. That's some questions. Do not speak of things mundane, Scott One. In that case, farewell. Hold ye one moment, Scott One. Alabama reaches out, touching your arm. My mother gave me something once long ago. A scroll, sealed with wax. A hooded man had entrusted it to her and said that a man such as ye would one day unwillingly come to claim it. Here, I have you take it now. What is it? Brand shakes her head, frowning. I do not know. She was sworn never to read thing, and I obeyed her request to leave the seal unbroken myself. The man had paid her handsomely to take the scroll, but warned her of the direst consequences should she open it. Thanks and farewell. Where is this scroll? This scroll's been tightly bound with a red ribbon and sealed with wax. You can't put your finger on it, but you've got a bad feeling about this thing, as if opening it and reading the scroll could be somehow dangerous. This is an old, fading, innocuous-looking parchment scroll, bound with a single red ribbon and smelling faintly of mildew. Oh, that's what's going to be dangerous. Mold. The ribbon is held in place with a plain wax seal. Break the seal, open the scroll, and read.
Updated my journal.
The scroll contains a few lines of shaky calligraphy and a strange rune. The calligraphy reads, "This may not kill you, but it will slow you down, I am sure. Stop chasing me, you thieving bastards. It's my body. Mine, mine, mine. Now die." What the... The root suddenly throbs, and the entire scroll begins to dissolve in a stinking black mess. The fluid seeps directly into the flesh of your hands. In seconds, the magical hemotoxin begins to render your blood into black bile. For a moment, you clutch yourself, howling in agony, and then the pain subsides. You have survived whatever horrible magic was placed upon that scroll. Ow! Oh, that hurt! I greet you once more, Scott One. I read that scroll. It was trapped. Brand looks confused. I don't know what to say to you, Scott One. You could start by saying how exactly you came by the thing. As I told you, Scott One, it was given to me by my mother. A hooded man had given it to her some 50 years past, paying her well, but bidding her to never read it, whatever the circumstances. Brand sighs, looking away from him. A user of magic she was, powerful in the art, but frightened of this man just the same. She had set his eyes, all she could see of him, really hinted at madness, and that the flesh around him was puckered and grey, like yours. I know nothing more than that. I guess I'll have to do. Okay. Now we gotta find someone named Savra. Sarhava. Savra, whatever.
Alright.
Yeah, I found her earlier. I did take the opportunity to map a little bit more of the place. I didn't do nothing, I just looked around. It's like, you doing something outside of the LP? Oh boy, she wants to talk to me. Or, in this case, Anna. The smell of alcohol wafts heavily from this young woman, and despite her dark skin, you can see that her face, beautiful but cruel looking, is flushed. She is slender but well-muscled, adorned in exotic jewelry and translucent silk clothing. Numerous scars crisscross her thighs and forearms. They look to be from battle wounds. Greetings. Well, well, what have we here? A little tiefling gutter queen come crawling out of the hive? The woman pouts, talking as one would to a small child. Are you lost, little tiefling? Oh, look, it has a tail, how cute. Oh, you dumbass. Anna flushes when the snarled blades spout from her fists. Oh boy. Let's see now. And now, Fiendkin, don't do that. The woman seems unconcerned as Anna draws her weapons and clucks disapprovingly with her tongue. Careful now, or I move that tail of your, and feed it to my dogs. Let Anna handle it. You have a sharp tongue on you, wee lass. Anna spits and sharpens her blades against each other. I wonder how sweet your tacky jewelry and harlot's clothes will look on you when you're dead in the street. Anna, wait. You filthy spawn of the lower plains, a bitch bastard that not even a Tanari would keep in his pen. She draws her blade. Oh boy. Call for the guards! She gasps in shock. You fool, are you mad? The guards will never take your word over mine. Ma'am, you're obviously drunk, and those scars of yours mark you as the fighting sort. You probably have a reputation for this sort of thing already. I think they just might. She stares hard at you, grinding her teeth. And my phone decides to fire off. I love it. They're in the middle of the thing with the thing. Hurry up! Send the text, you shit! I'm gonna shut the damn thing off. And now the thing's like, okay. Interruptions! She stares at you, grinding her teeth. Let us drop the whole matter then, and be on our separate ways. Agreed, you've already wasted enough of my time. Farewell. Now,
also known as wankers.
Now the walkthrough says I should have gained some XP from that, but I don't see it. Oh, wrong way. Establish the Onyx sounds important. This tall, thin man, dressed in heavy crimson robes, has sharp, pinched features. He bows regally as you approach him. I am Salabesh, oft called Salabesh the Onyx, future mage tutor for the Civic Festhall. You've business with me, I am just frickin' up the damn lines today. I had some questions. About what, Not the ward and the like, I hope. Plenty of more common folk could answer such questions, and I'd just as soon direct you to one of them. Why are you called the Onyx? A long tale, which I'll shorten to save my breath. Thank you! In my youth, I was once called Salabash the Golden, for I was said to have a heart of gold. Small, hard, and yellow. Oh, literally! Literally a heart of gold. Damn, that must be a bitch. Well, I cursed the fool who started that so much he could only speak from his arse and defecate through his mouth. Sir, I would like to borrow that curse for every single goddamn politician in the world today. The Onyx appellation, along with the same lines as the Golden, though admittedly somewhat less clever, soon followed. In any case, I'm a much kinder fellow now, far less prone to laying curses and the like. I'm not certain if I deserve the name any longer. One second. Sorry about that. Someone had to ask a question. You cursed him, so what? Oh yes. You heard right. Salvage sighs happily and chuckles to himself. That sort of thing is why I'm known as the Master of Curses, you know. I had another question. What do you mean by future mage tutor of the Festhall?
Updated my journal.
I'll be honest, I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. It's a prestigious position to be an official tutor in one of the Festhall's training chambers. It's my intention to one day take the position of Mage's tutor, but the title's currently in the possession of the Lady Thorncombe. If only I could somehow prove that I'd be a superior tutor. The question, do you have anything else I need to... Do you know of a cursed man named called Reekwind?
Updated my journal.
Reek? Salvash's eyebrows suddenly darted up. Oh yes! Jumble murder sets! Curse that man! If I recall correctly. And why? Seeking to get his curse undone? Good luck. Only Jumble can do that, you know. Where would I find this Jumble murder sense? Within the Civic Festhall, I suppose. A short, portly fellow with a leering smile. Never speaks, so you'll be hard-pressed to get anything out of him. That's all. Wish you no farewell. Now, there's supposed to be a street performer around here that I can talk to that has been cursed by this guy, but I can't find the street performer. Also, I think it's getting dark. So, now 3 p.m. of course. So let's save and then enter the Civic Festhall. Because, why not? Oh. I thought it would be this one. No, it's Curiosity Shop. Entering Civic Festhall! Let's see, it's got this... I can imagine you're the maitre d' of this place. This towering man's golden skin sparkles slightly. It's almost as if it were metallic. Whether it's his actual flesh or merely painted on, you cannot tell. He regards you coolly as you approach, giving you a respectful bow as you draw near. Oh, welcome to the Civic Festhall, traveler. We are Splinter, doorman to the Festhall and priest king of How may we help you? Despite his humble offer of aid, his voice is powerful and commanding, a deep rumbling sound that resonates throughout the chamber. How can you help me? We do many things in this fine hall, traveler. We answer questions guests might have regarding it or its inhabitants. We direct both visitors and members of the Society of the Sensation alike to the sensoriums or lecture halls. We also accept new members into the Society. Lastly, it is through us that purchases from the Society's vaults are made, spells, items, and such. Let's see here. Is there anything I got? Can you see? Can you show me the sensoriums? There are two. The public sensorium, where visitors may use the sensory stones for anywhere between 10 and 50 commons, and the private sensorium, where only members of the Society of Sensation are allowed. You can reach neither of them yourself. We must take you there. How would I get into the private one? You must be a member of the Society of Sensation. Now, we don't have to join the Sensate, because Namel told us we used to be a Sensate. So we're still technically a Sensate. Just not officially. I mean, we don't have the little badge, but you know what I mean. What if I already was a Sensate? I haven't come to this place in a long time, but I assure you, I was a Sensate. Splinter bends down a ways to examine you more closely. We do not recognize you, but we see no lies dripping from your tongue. Very well. We shall grant you access to those privileges allowed only to members of Society of Sensation, if you can show us what sensations you have gathered recently. So let's see. Alright, I'm ready. We would ask for 5 sensations, and each pertaining to one of the body's senses, or a single experience which has strong elements of all 5. I'd have a single experience to contribute then. I woke up not knowing where I was on a cold, blood-soaked iron slab in the bowels of the mortuary, place where only the dustmen and the corpses in their care have seen. Go on. My entire body reeked of embalming fluid, but even the smell of that was not enough to match the coppery scent of the gore around me. Dozens of bodies lay on countless bloody slabs and the like. It like the one I rose from, all in the process of being gutted, flayed, and the like by nightmarish clockwork devices for reasons unknown. My grandma kept me just kind of sitting in my doorway, giving me the eyes look like, was that you talking? Let's see. The only sounds were the squeals of labored metal and the unsteady tread of undead workers as they pushed the slabs around the mortuary on rusted iron tracks. He nods. A disturbing experience. And I even left out the part about the chattering skull that flew at me as soon as I was upright. Will it survive, Splinter? Yes. We welcome you back, traveler, and grant you access to those privileges allowed only to members of the Society of Sensation. Thank you. I had a question. And let's see. I'm now one, but not, okay. Let's see, there was someone I was looking for here. Who are you seeking, traveler? Mistress Jolmy of the House Sema? Jolmy has taken to waiting about in this very chamber of late. We think she is looking for or waiting for someone. In any case, she should be nearby. Thanks. All I needed to know there, buddy. Oh, would you look at that? And just a quick check. Yes, I'm still a guardsman. What do you mean the game cannot be saved at this time? I love how it does it sometimes. Oh, you can't save your game. Why? Alright, show me! This stern-looking older woman seems to be looking for someone. Her eyes fix upon your face as you approach her. You there. I have a word with you. You're Jolmy, right? I don't like the word correct. I just don't like saying it. I spoke to your messenger.
Updated my journal.
I just said it in her voice. I am pleased to meet you then. She gives a slight bow. I would make you a somewhat unusual proposal, though you must admit you are an unusual man. I will give you 1,000 copper commons for your permission to kill you. Are you open to discussion on the matter? What? What? But why? Jolmy doesn't bat an eyelash. But why not? I thought it might be an interesting experience, paying someone for the privilege of murdering them. When I first heard rumors of your existence, how could I resist? So, what is your answer? Shall we discuss the matter in greater detail? One moment, where did you hear these rumors? Jolmy frowns. One hears all sorts of things in the Festhall. How could one not eventually hear of a man like you? Again, I ask, will you consider my proposal? Well, being that I will revive any frickin' way, and I need money, yes, let's work out the details. After a short discussion, it comes down to the following terms. Jolmy will pay you 2,000! Okay, that's even better. 2,000 copper commons. In return, you will allow her to drive her dagger into your heart. She will wait for you to awaken, at which point she will give you the coin. Do you agree to... let's do it. The affair is over in moments. She already cleaned her blade and put it away by the time you've recovered. After picking yourself up off the Festhall floor, Jolmy hands you several rolls of copper coins while you rub your aching chest. Somewhat disappointing, I must admit. Ah, well. Coin well spent, nonetheless. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Farewell, bitch! That's some bullshit! Hurt me right in the chest, you bitch! Oh, damn. And she gave me 2,000, so I'm definitely going to take it. That's...
All right.
Now we're going to visit places here. Let's see. There's another person I want to talk to who is... No, I don't. It's some headless motherfucker. Hey. Yes. Mertwin the Headless! You seem important. It's clear there's something very wrong with this man. The way he lurches about, bumping into things, staring off blankly into space. As you approach him, you at last realize his plight. He's headless. The thing on his shoulder is merely a skillfully carved wooden prosthesis. A false head. Greetings? Why am I talking to a headless man? I know he ain't gonna respond, he ain't got no mouth! The headless body stops fumbling for a moment and pauses. Hands begin to reach out, as if trying to feel exactly where you are. Okay. After a moment, its finger brushes your forearm. It clutches your arm and falls up to the shoulder. Then your head. As it feels your face and head, its hands brush your neck, as if it were checking for something. Finally, it grabs your hand and shakes it vigorously in greeting. You notice that its skin is cold and slightly clammy. Can you understand me? The figure makes a series of hand motions, and then waits for a response. Seems like he's asking a question. What? I don't understand. I don't know sign language. The headless body taps its foot for a moment, scratching at the chin of its prosthetic head. Suddenly it raises a finger, as if struck by an idea. It points at you, then at the eyes of its wooden head. Then at you again. It indicates its wooden head with both hands, shrugs and points at you. No, I haven't seen your head anywhere. Headless body shrugs, slumps a bit, and turns the amble off. Oh, that... You, motherfucker! This short, balding man's orange tunic and rather sizable gut give him the look of a walking pumpkin. He is absent-mindedly paddling his large paunch with a slow rhythm, as if it were a drum. The man's odd, crooked smile and a strange gleam in his eyes make him look a bit mad. Greetings, motherfucker! The man gives an exaggerated, flourishing bow, and presents a small card which reads only Jumbo Murdersons. Zal sicht Zorsver Zextraordinaire. That's stupid. The whole X thing is just goddamn ever-loving stupid. He then snatches the card from your grasp and proceeds to eat it, grinning wildly all the while. Not like I wanted to get the damn thing anyway. Morty whispers, somewhere an asylum is one barmy short. I had some questions, Jumbo. Jumbo yawns and looks away, drumming on his belly. With the palms in Jumbo, my questions? Jumbo rolls his eyes, turns to you, smirks, and bites his thumb. Fine, but I'd like you to remove Requin's curse. Jumbo pretends not to hear you, instead belching loudly and resuming his belly drumming, his eyes wandering around the Festhall. Is there anything I can do so that you'd remove Requin's curse? Is that really what I want to say there? Probably. Yes. Jumbo won't look at you, shakes his head. Truth. Remove Requin's curse, Jumbo, before I'm forced to hurt you. Jumbo raises one eyebrow and takes a step back. He opens his mouth abruptly, and though his lips or throat don't move to shape any words of sound, a torrent of incomprehensible babbling begins to pour forth. What the
Updated my journal.
Jumbo shuts his mouth, and the babbling ceases. Peers at you, though narrow eyes, a self-satisfied smile on his pudgy face, and suddenly you hiccup, and hiccup, and hiccup, and hiccup again. Jumbo Mercens merely turns his head and waves you away. Uh-oh. Looks like you just got a curse thrown down on you, Chief. What have you done to me, Jumbo? He ignores you entirely. It verifies when you help me lose this curse.
Ugh.
I'm under attack by hiccups. It's not doing damage, but it's damaging. Hey, Salabesh, can you help me out with this shit? You see Salabesh yawning. She makes a brief but graceful half-bow. You again stand before me. Yes, I had some questions. About what, Not the word yet, You're a master of curses. Perhaps you could... help me. Help you? Salvage sneers. Doubtful. Before you can respond, he sighs, shaking his head. Well, perhaps I could. What troubles you, son? Jumbo murder sense. Ooh, cursed me. I added that. Jumbo murder sense? Ha! That sputtering moonkelf could never best me. Oh, the battles we used to have, though. Salvage frowns. But I'm past all that now. No longer my sort of thing, you see. I really don't know what I could do for you after all it is his curse. Not the sort you'd find on an item or some such. You know? That you could remove with a simple magic... He'll have to remove it willingly. Well, could you teach me a curse that I could use on him? Because I'm a mage, I probably should be able to do that easily. Or just fireball him. Well, I don't normally do that. I keep my curses to myself, you know. And besides, even a single curse would take one a long, long while to learn. And more time than I care to spend on it. Let's see here. Perhaps you're just worried your curses aren't enough to best him anyway. Ooh, you what? A false ridiculous... Now look here, you knuckle-dragging sack of scars. Salvation Onyx is the master of curses, and there's no other. Why, I could give you but a single phrase that would render that nincompoop's cursing wholly impotent. Purse your lips, look skeptical. That's it! You've made me do it! Salvage utters a short string of impossible syllables. Words of power, which you note mentally for later use against Jumbo. There! See what that does to him! And tell me Salvage isn't the master of curses then! Thanks, I'll do that.
My journal.
Hey, murder sense! Come over here. Where's your dumb ass?
All right.
Left your fat blithering behind over here. Come over here. Jumbo frowns at your appearance, biting his thumb in your direction and waving you away. Throw the curse Salvage taught you at him. Jumbo stares at you with a somewhat skeptical expression as you speak the arcane syllables of Salvage's curse. After a moment of awkward silence, the Zalsec mage notices that nothing seems to have happened. An evil grin spreads across his face. Continue. He opens his mouth to retaliate with another curse of his own, only to realize he has no voice. Salvage's curse has removed Jumbo's ability to speak, thereby destroying the Zalsec's ability to curse others. He clutches at his throat, panic welling up in his eyes. Looks like the tables are turned, Jumbo. What do you think will happen when anyone you've ever cursed finds out you can't speak or curse anymore? Jumbo drops to his knees, a pleading expression in his eyes. He looks ready to burst into tears. Will you remove the curse you placed on me, and swear never to curse another who didn't mean you no harm? Jumbo places his hands over his heart and nods vigorously. 10,000 grace. Very well, I'll remove the curse then.
Updated my journal.
Jumbo sighs with relief as you remove Salvage's curse from him. He in turn removes his own, and your hiccups finally stop. He then bows humbly and casts his eyes on the floor. I'd like you to take your curse off Requind as well.
Updated my journal.
Jumbo nods, pouting, and with a wave of his hand removes Requind's curse. Thank you, Jumbo, son of a bitch. And someone just bonked themselves. Oh. That's funny.
I'm gone.
That's funny right there, Uncle. Yeah, that's funny right there. So, we have someone in here that we need to meet. Actually, from the looks of the thing, we have a lot of people in here to meet. Exactly how many senses is it gonna give me when I meet all these people? I just got the one to fragging hiccups. Also, so it appears the soul's building itself looks and used more of a piece of artwork than a ruler seat. It looks uncomfortable as hell, too. How many senses are we gonna get? Find out next time on the BygMan Plays! Planescape Torment, requested by Bormac. Till then, it's Big Fatty Plus, sayonara, and... Never curse or screw someone over if you ain't willing to apologize and make things right if your ass is caught. Also, how was that mofo... I was gonna say how that mofo is still alive without his head. But we have Morte, so lots of sensations in this place, in this whole damn game, I'll tell you.